Hi, this is Dan Muchnock with Opticom Consulting, and welcome to our free video series on frequently asked questions in telecom. The question in this video concerns Voice over IP technology. The question is, what is Voice over IP and how can it help my business? Voice over IP, or VoIP, is a technology available in many modern telecommunications systems that enables a firm to use their data network to carry voice traffic. The term IP stands for Internet Protocol, which is the language that computers use to communicate over the Internet. Voice over IP is a technology for converting voice communications into digital packets for delivery over data network. Most commonly, that data network is the Internet, but it could be any data network running the Internet Protocol, such as a business's private data network. What makes VoIP different is that it relies on the Internet Protocol for these tasks rather than the proprietary phone company protocols. Since it is based on a widely available technology, it can be made available to the general public more cheaply. Also, the nationwide build-out of broadband networks has made Internet access available almost everywhere, enabling businesses to connect their locations through the Internet rather than building expensive private data networks. All of these factors have converged during the last decade to make VoIP an inexpensive option for most businesses. Now we can talk a little bit about how VoIP works. To connect two phones and carry on a conversation, VoIP requires a device at each end of the conversation called a VoIP modem. This device can be standalone, part of the phone, or part of a phone system, but it is always part of the conversation. The VoIP modem is the device that converts the analog signal to digital and back again. During the conversation, the modem takes the voice signal from the phone that is sending and converts it to digital packets. It transmits these digital packets over the Internet addressed to the second modem. The second modem converts those packets back into analog voice signal and sends it to the receiving phone. The most common way that businesses can take advantage of VoIP is through a technology called SIP trunking. SIP trunking is the application of Voice over IP technology to provide connectivity to your phone system. You can buy SIP trunks individually, in packs, or even in as much as you need quantities. Since these trunks are based on the VoIP technology, they offer the same benefits and suffer from the same issues as other products, giving you the voice connectivity over the Internet. A SIP trunk is provided by a VoIP provider over the Internet, and the primary purpose is to complete calls to the public switch telephone network. There are advantages and disadvantages to VoIP technology. In terms of the benefits, SIP trunks can offer a lower cost of operation than the traditional phone services because they can ride on the installed data network. See the previous video on this topic. SIP trunks can also offer some of the advantages of more advanced telecommunication company services, such as the ability to have multiple phone numbers over a single trunk line and the ability to have a single connection handle multiple simultaneous calls. In addition, SIP trunks can offer features that were never previously available. For instance, you can have phone numbers from California ring on lines in New York, or anywhere for that matter. In this manner, you can have long-distance calls operate like local calls and at a very inexpensive rate. SIP trunks usually come with advanced features like caller ID, call waiting, call return, voicemail to email, eFax, etc. that can be managed via a simple web interface. As with VoIP, SIP trunks can unfortunately be slightly less reliable than traditional services. The older analog phone services were built with tremendous redundancy, so that phone service would always be available even under extremely adverse conditions, which really meant that they were over-designed for the typical user. More modern data networks were built to operate at a much lower cost, but with a slightly higher risk of failure, and SIP trunks carry that same risk. For some businesses, that risk is acceptable, but for others may choose differently. It depends on the role that the voice communication plays for that business. This has been Dan Muchnock with Opticom Consulting, discussing Voice over IP and how it might help your organization. If you would like more information on this topic and other topics that will help to demystify telecommunications for you, please sign up for our free video series at telecomdemystified.com. Thank you.